Welcome to HyperScale Video Workshop. My name is Brett Green, and today I'm going to take a slightly different approach. Whereas usually I will be the talking head and bring the sprue parts up to the camera, I've had a few comments that maybe there's too much head and not enough plastic, so I'm going to attempt to actually show you a more pure view of the sprues this time. And the subject is Tamiya's brand new 1/35th scale Jagdpanzer Marder I. Now, unlike the recently re-released Wisp and Marder III kits from Tamiya, this one is genuinely brand new from the ground up. It's taken a little while to get to me. It hasn't been possible for mail to come out of Japan and into Australia, so I wound up actually buying this from Hannants and having it shipped to me, so it's taken a few weeks after the UK release before I received the kit. But I'm very excited. It's always great to have a new Tamiya release, and I thought I'd share the unboxing first time with all of you out there. So let's take a look. There's my hands. So, not surprisingly, we have a box full of sprues wrapped in plastic bags. I'll just take them one by one. Once again, we have, as we would usually expect, small staples. And here's the first sprue. So it looks like we have here mostly the superstructure. So we've got the sidewalls, the floor of the gun, some of the storage, the gun shield, and so forth. And it looks as nice as you would always expect Tamiya kits to be. The gun shield sides are one piece, so that'll be a fairly simple and fast assembly. I can also see that we've got some spare tracks there as well, radio, shell stowage, and so forth. So that's the first sprue. Each of the individual sprues is packed into a plastic bag. And the second sprue is quite small as well. You can see the size of my hand compared to the size of the vehicle. It's quite a small vehicle, being based on the Lorraine chassis. So here we have the lower hull, which is split into floors, sides, and rear by the look of it, and also the superstructure floor, which is also the top of the lower hull. So once again, we've got very nicely moulded parts, extremely nice raised bolt head detail where that's appropriate, and let's see if we can get a good view of those. There we go, against a white background this time. There are a whole bunch of ejector pin marks on the inside of the hull floor, but that won't be any concern to you because you won't see it at all. And once again, just the other side of the parts with nicely moulded detail on there as well. Okay, let's have a look at the third sprue. And here we have the crew figures, the suspension, a one-piece gun barrel with a muzzle brake split into two, and also the gun elevation mechanism, and two brand new figures. I think it's two figures. They look like they have alternative headgear. So there's a field cap and also a side cap for each of these guys. And yes, once again, very nice. So the detail parts, nicely done. And finally, we have two identical sprues in the last plastic bag. And they are mostly the link and length tracks as well as the running gear, so the wheels, it looks like the bogey truck, main bogey truck parts, and also some shells for storage and posing, I guess, with the crew figures too. So I really like Tamiya's Lincoln Length tracks. They go together quickly, and they provide a perfect impression of the sagging that you see, particularly along the top long runs of these dead tracks. So just a little bit of a closer look at the long track section, and then we're also presented with a number of individual links and some shorter lengths as well that will probably connect the bottom run to the drive sprocket and the idler wheel. The wheels look very nice. Once again, subtle detail there, nicely done. And as I mentioned before, there are two identical sprues for that one. So let's see what else we have in the box. Aha, we have a small decal sheet. Just get out my favourite Alpha knife and open that bag. Should have gone the other way, shouldn't I? So we've just got the small decal sheet there with some variations on national markings, and also red 322 as one of the marking options. So yes, we have the instructions sheet, and that will be, I would imagine, oh okay, so this is not actually the instruction sheet. This is the colour and marking guide. So we have one in Panzer Grey, one in a winter whitewash, and one with the red 322 with a disruptive scheme of dark green and red brown over dark yellow. We've got some helpful little reference photos here, a bit of historical information in various languages, and more photos and information on the other side. So that's the colour and marking and reference guide, and we have a few tech tips here as well. Okay, if we can get the thing to focus. This is a bit annoying, isn't it? There we go, some tech tips. And finally we have the instructions as well. So read before assembly, good advice there. The illustrations are typical Tamiya, very clear, easy to follow, and you shouldn't have any trouble there at all. So look, this has just been a really quick little look at the contents initially. I'll take some high resolution photos and write this up in the next week or so as well, and it won't be terribly long before I'm building it for Model Military International magazine. We've also got Bruce Culver already working on a think tank reference piece on the Marder as well, so that'll be a pair to look out for in a future issue of Model Military International magazine. So there we are, yes, two figures and alternative heads there as well. So there we have it. That's Tamiya's lovely Marder I, another beauty from Tamiya, and I will be very much looking forward to building this one very soon. From HyperScale Video Workshop, this is Brett Green. Bye for now.